Hello Stratters, Dan here. I am playing a new deck. It's a bonus series. It's the Mono White Heroic deck that has recently had some success. It is number 12 on Goldfish. And it is pretty similar to Hexproof, so I figured I would do this parallel to the Hexproof series. It's mono white, which means that that's very good compared to Hexproof, because Hexproof has the problem of being losing to its own mana base, and this deck will not do that. So that's good. So what do we give up by not being Hexproof? Well, we give up. We're still vulnerable to edicts, so we probably still lose to all black control decks. So their Doomblades and stuff, they don't matter. We're still immune to damage because we get really big, so that doesn't matter. So I think it's only bounce that's the difference. Correct me if I'm wrong. So against Mono Blue Delver, which plays bounce. Blue-Red Delver doesn't. Against Mono Blue Delver, we are worse than Hexproof. And Hexproof versus Delver is an interesting matchup. I've done that many times. We did a series where I played the one deck and Bava played the other. But Mono Blue Delver is number 6 in the metagame with 6% of it. I think this is a valid choice over Hexproof. And now we're gonna try it. But first, let's look. Sorry, my neighbor is using a drill. Let's look at the creatures. This deck has 14 creatures, which I always object to. I think that's too little. 3 Deathblade elites. I have no idea why we want this guy, but he can provoke, he can force blocks, so we make him enormous and then we force people to block him. Sounds great, doesn't it? That's the ability. I suppose we needed 1-drops. The other 1-drop is a lot more clear. It's the classic heroic creature. Laguna Band Trailblazer, great at blocking as well. And the other classic white heroic creature is a Crowan Skyguard. I played the Boros Heroic in the Pauper Gauntlet Season 3, if you remember. But of course, this is just another attempt to find a home for this guy. Seeker of the Way, everybody thought he would break Pauper, and he kind of has not. But now he will. I would hate to face this guy with a burn deck. But on the other hand, maybe just burn him. Okay, so we have 8 heroic creatures that we are trying to build up. And this guy kind of. So how do we do that? Well, we have Cartouche of Solidarity. We know that from Hexproof. Pretty good to get some Edict fodder as well. We have Defiant Strike. Also staple in heroic decks. We do have Emerge and Scathe. And this rebound, so that's 2 triggers. That seems pretty good. Probably making it better than Apostle's Blessing. Ethereal Armor is straight out of Hexproof. Mutagenic Growth is nice to grow the creature for 0. That seems strong. I like that. And the last card we grow them with is Hyena Umbra. Yeah, Totem Armor protects against edicts as well. Give some protection. Then Showmanos Blessing. Not sure about this. It does stay on the field, helping Ethereal Armor, which should be less good in this deck than in Hexproof. But I'm thinking Apostle's Blessing here instead. I'm not sure. It's probably in here for reasons. I'm gonna keep it in here. I made a change to the sideboard though, and that was I decided to play Order of Lateburg over Death Speakers because 1/1 protection from black seems super bad. 1 Fragmentize, I think that should be 4 probably. It looks very strong. Sacred Cat, Lifelink is so much stronger. You can bring it in against Burn that this is better than the Doom Traveler, apparently. 2 Standard Bears, yeah, they are good at crushing decks like this one. So we probably bring it in against people with Standard Bears. 3 Dust to Dust, I don't like Dust to Dust against Affinity, but we don't have much else. Except Fragmentize. I like Fragmentize better. I would actually do 4 Fragmentize here, but that's just me. 2 Holy Lights, good against the elves. So let's give this a spin and see what happens. Okay, now I can't shut this down. I'm a professional.